This is your girl cooking with Steph, and we are back. Those beans are almost done. We're going in with the next step, which was the cubed steak. So I have here my cubed steak. I'm going in my skillet with a little OVV oil. I'm going in with a half a stick of butter. We don't want parquet, we want butter. Okay? So I'm just going to simply put this butter and blend it in with this olive oil. So it's an equal proportion. Okay? Have that on low. I have here my vegetables, which will be the red bell pepper and the white onion. Looks as beautiful as an apple, doesn't she? Okay, so I'm gonna go in with about as much bell pepper as I have on meat. We're gonna take that off. Okay, we're gonna take that off on our bell peppers. We don't want that vine. So we're gonna just go ahead and take that off. Okay? And if she wants to act up, we're just gonna go ahead on and move you on out the program. Okay? We're gonna work smart, not hard. So I wanna slimly slice those into thin sliced pieces. Not too thick, not too thin. Then we're gonna do the same for our onion. While I have this butter here getting hot, I'm going to go ahead on and go in with my bell pepper, allowing those a chance to saute. Same with your onion. You want about as much vegetables as you have meat. Okay? So I'm going to go in with my onion. Equal proportions. I happen to enjoy my fruits and my vegetables. So I go in with about as much as I would like. So that is a whole small onion and a quarter piece of a red bell pepper. They are greatly in season right now. And the flavor is what I want. So while I am sauteing these vegetables, I'm going to go ahead and bring that fire up just a tad bit. Just a tad bit. Giving it a good toss to make sure that they are getting marinated into that butter and that OVV oil in equal proportions. Okay, just gonna let those cook for a little bit. Let them caramelize a tad bit. And let's have a look at our pot with these great northern beans. Let's have a look into that pot. Let's check it. That meat is ready to fall right on off that bone. Okay, so I'm going to leave the top off on that. And I am going to go ahead and season up my cubed steak. I will be using a little bit of garlic. I will be using a little bit of Cajun spice. Some Slap Your Mama. So let me go ahead and open her up. They didn't dare have no products and seasonings and herbs called Slap Your Mama when we was coming up. They did. So I will be using Slap Your Mama, garlic, a little onion powder, and also some of my Cajun spice. Okay? So let's go ahead on and season up these cube steaks. We want every piece to get some of that great flavor on there. Now I'm going to hit it with that Slap Your Mama, a little garlic, a little onion powder, and I'm just going to season one side of that. I am going to go in with a little of cracked peppercorn right onto those. Not much. Just about that much. Allowing these bell pepper and onion to caramelize. And I am just going to go ahead and simply put a pinch of kosher salt into those vegetables. You want to keep your handles in. Cleaning as I go. Putting everything back where it should be. Being that none of those seasonings that I used have salt, I'm going to hit this with a little bit of Lawry's. Okay. I'm also going to hit it with a little bit of ground black pepper, because those peppercorn will fall off into the pot as we cook, okay? Do anyone else always lose their kitchen towel, their dish towel? I lose mine. I change it up so often, so it's real hard to say. Let's move over here a little bit and let me get in this cabinet and get myself another kitchen towel. I think I watch kitchen towels as much as I do bath towels. But, okay. We can get back in that pot a little bit. At this time, I am going to go ahead on and start my dishwater. Always go in my dishwater with a little drop of bleach. since I have my hands in here, let's go ahead on and remove those knives from that water. Move around if you get there in there. And get yourself cut. Okay. So I have my water. Those vegetables are caramelizing. I don't like when my cup towel gets wet. It is a big pet peeve of mine. So let me just grab another. And we are getting ready to add those cube steaks right on into this pot. Few more minutes on those, and I'm going to go ahead and move those over to the side and begin to add in my meat. While I'm waiting on those to do what it do, I am going to go ahead and prep for my salad. Okay, keeping y'all in that skillet as much as I can. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead on and wash my vegetables off. This is a wonderful cucumber, and I have here me a tomato. So let me go ahead on and wash these off, and then I will begin to cut these on up. We want to wash our vegetables off really, really good. Not only from the way they're growing our fruits and vegetables, but for our safety, just to ensure. Once I get y'all in this pot as we add in our cube steaks, I will bring you over here with me while I do my quick salad. Okay? I'm washing off my tomato. I have my purple onion. I'm going to go ahead on and cut off exactly how much I need from that. Okay, so I'm just simply going to cut this in half. These I want that piece. I'm going to cut your ends off. And you're just going to simply peel that first layer off. I always peel my first layer off. Okay. Have that peeled. And yes, I'm going to wash her off too. I'm going to put a little pep in my step because I see that those vegetables are caramelizing really well. Let's go ahead and put a little pep in my step. Gotta get to it. Okay, let me get these purple sweet onions. sliced and diced very thinly. Almost as thin as if you could see through it. Okay. And you're going to use about as much onion as you have tomato and cucumber. Okay, I'm going to sit her on over here with the vegetables, prepped and ready. And we are going to go ahead and we are going to move these caramelized bell pepper and onion. Smells so good. Okay, we're going to move those over to the side. Can y'all see how I just moved all the vegetables over to the side, that they're caramelized and they're ready? And we are going to go on in with our cubed steaks. I have these cube steaks seasoned. You watched me season them. I'm going to bring that fire on up a little bit. So I want it to be hot and get a great sear on those steaks as I put those in. Okay? Since I have those caramelized, at this time for the space, I'm going to go ahead and remove these vegetables from this pot, okay? Just going to simply remove those, place those in this bowl. And we'll come back to those later. We have those prepped and ready. It's okay if a piece or two stay in there. It's okay if a piece or two want to stay in there. Okay, are y'all with me in this pot? Okay, so we are now going to go in with our cubed steaks. Okay, I want that fire hot. So I'm going to make sure that I don't burn up my onion. Okay, I want her hot, hot. Okay, let's go in with these cube steaks. You want to make sure that they are flat and that all have its piece on there to be able to lay flat. And I'm just making sure that each piece of my cube steak has seasoning on there. Okay? Those cube steaks are on. And I have that fire on about a 4. So about a 4. In that pot they're cooking in is the OVV oil and the butter. OVV oil and the butter is what I sauteed those vegetables in, and it's what those steaks are cooking in as well. Can y'all see inside this pot? That meat is coming on off that bone. Those beans are going to be so yummy. I didn't have a bell pepper. If I had a if I had a bay leaf, I would have dropped a bay leaf in this pot. Okay? Everyone will definitely get a nice piece of meat in their bowl with those beans. Okay, so you want to have equal meat as beans. Okay, and once you drop that steak on into that oil, just gonna leave it there and let it get a wonderful sear. I want a wonderful sear. At the same time, she's cooking. Cooking very, very well. I'm going to see if I can bring you in a little bit more to be able to just get into that pot. Be into both pots if you can. And those are 2 steaks that we're cooking. In those, I am going to go in at this time and add a little bit of red wine vinaigrette. Just a splash. Just a splash. Then I'm going to bring that fire on up so that everything cooks in wonderful together. And that's your red wine vinaigrette, okay? I'm going to bring my fire down real shortly. Let me give this a flip. That seasoning is on the other side, remember? Okay, so that seasoning is now going in throughout everything. I'm going to let her come to a crisp boil, and then I'm going to turn that fire down and simmer her the rest of the way. I'm looking for a reduction in the fluid, in the liquids, should I say, in this pot. And then I will reduce her to a simmer. While that is reducting in its liquids, I'm going to go ahead and work on my salad. Remember I said I was making the cucumber, the tomato, and that sweet onion. What I'm doing over here. I absolutely love cucumbers. I love all veggies. Let's just say that. I am a veggie type of girl, a fruit type of girl, and I love a good piece of fried chicken. Okay? I don't take the meat out of my tomatoes on this particular recipe. I want that meat. Just that simple, I have finished my salad. Let's reduce that fire. Go ahead on and reduce that fire down to a simmer. Before I bring her down to a simmer, I'm going to go ahead and add her vegetables back in there so that all those flavors have a chance to cook in together. Okay, so we're just going to simply go ahead at this time and add the vegetables back in with the steak. Okay. I am going to go ahead and preheat my oven on 350, and I will finish cooking those cube steaks the rest of the way in the oven. I'm going to cover her up. She has a great amount of liquid on there. She's cooking in her own juices and oils. I'm going to go ahead on and cover her on up. Allow her to simmer. Good tight seal. Keep that steam in there because that steam is what we want. And I see a piece over here that's not covered all the way. So let's readjust this foil. So we want this whole thing covered tightly and sealed. We want all that steam to stay inside of that pot. Okay, so if you see a piece that's trying to get a little peak, you're just going to keep adjusting it until you know that she's covered real good and nobody is peeking. And she's so nosy over here. She's nosy, honey. She really want to see what's going on, honey. Chill her ass. I'm not about to keep playing with you. Okay, there we go. She's tightly sealed. Reducing the fire. Waiting on, my oven is preheated. Both lights are on. So I'm just going to simply go ahead, move her from the stove top right on in to the oven where she will bake, tenderize in its own sauce, which will make like a nice gravy. Okay, let's get back over here into this first pot that we started, and that is those great northern beans. I want y'all to see just how, as I stir, how the meat is coming on into the pot. Y'all see that? She wants to stay whole, and that little chip would go right into my mama's bowl. You see how that meat has cooked right on off that bone? Bones also add flavor. So I'm gonna leave her in there. You see how nice and creamy that has become? Okay, I have already finished my salad. Let's see if I can bring you over here to the salad. Bad camera person. Let's see if I can bring y'all over here with me a little bit more to this salad. All this salad needs to be done is tossed. That's it. You can give her a shake or you can give her a toss. So I'm going to go ahead on and let you see this salad. And I'm just going to simply give her a good toss. I have in here cucumber, tomato, and some sweet onion. Evenly portioned in ratio. And we're just going to allow all those flavors to blend in together. Okay, that is the cucumber, tomato, and onion salad that we will be having along with dinner. At this time, I am going to add in a little bit of Italian dressing. If I could reach it. Oh, baby, she's up there a little too high. I can't reach it. So let's go in with a little bit of the Italian that I can reach. It's not as zesty as I wanted it to be. And on top of my salad, I have two dressings that I like to use. See if I can reach her and get her down. It's being the shortest person in the house. Okay, so for the topping, I have here some lime ranch dressing. I have here some creamy Italian dressing. And I have here some zesty Italian. I'm gonna shake it real good. This is the greatness that you're gonna get. At this time, I am just going to simply take, that's just an indication of letting me know that my oven is preheated. And my cube steak are in there already. So I'm just going to take a pinch of kosher salt. Pinch of kosher salt. Going to take about a half a teaspoon of red wine vinaigrette. So I'm just going to use maybe a half a cup full. That's enough. And then I am going to hit it with some of this zesty Italian in a circle motion. Okay? And I'm just going to go ahead and simply toss those. Ooh, smells amazing. Okay. Let me taste see if I need any more of anything. So I'm going to take a taste of one of the cucumbers. She needs a little more of kosher salt. And she needs a little more of zesty Italian. So another circle motion for, just simply toss. Gonna let all that hang out there and blend in well together. Gonna put her in the fridge and let her chill. That's that zesty tomato, cucumber, and sweet onion salad. Okay, so I'm just gonna place her lid on, placing her in the fridge, allowing her to chill. Salad's done. I'm going to just simply bring y'all back over here to the stove. Back into that pot. And go ahead and throw this salad into the fridge. Forgot one simple thing on this salad. Could be really important to some. What I forgot to do with my salad, add in a little juice from here, from the peppers, carrots, just a little splash. Okay? I'm gonna let you watch me do this part. Into that salad bowl, I am just going to go in with a little zest of juice into that. Going to give it a toss, and I'm going to drain some of the juice off. We don't need it all. I have things. Oh, I really won't be able to reach that, huh? Okay. Oh my goodness, that smells yummy. A little zest of the peppers. Okay? And that is that cucumber, onion, tomato salad with a little vinaigrette wine, a little zesty Italian. I don't like to leave too much juice on mine. I just like to get the flavor in there. And then I go ahead and I drain mine. Okay? I go in and I drain it. When you drain it, you're left with this. Okay? Once you drain it, you're left with that. Okay? Just making sure that it's all mixed in well. So when I serve, everyone gets equal amount of everything. And that's that cucumber, tomato, sweet pepper, onion salad. Okay? She's drained totally. Gonna go ahead and throw her in the fridge. I have walked you with me step by step on this dinner. And when I serve mine, I always cut a lime in half. I always cut a lime in half and squeeze my lime on top of that salad. You can put it on the plate. Some may want it served like that. Some may not. Okay? Okay, so I have prepped my fruit already. You know how I strongly believe in fresh fruit being served with each meal. It's important. We're getting older and we want to stay in the best health that we can. Okay? So I have already prepped my fresh fruit. Okay? So I've already prepped my fresh fruit, which will be watermelon. Okay? Everything is in the oven. I have completed this cooking tutorial. Dinner will soon be served. If I can keep this watermelon before I serve dinner, that'll be a blessing. But I know I won't. So thanks for joining your girl Cooking with Steph. Dinner is served. Well, dinner is soon to be served. It's close to being finished. I am going to simply go ahead and put my watermelon back in the fridge until dinner. After dinner, they're more than welcome to enjoy. So 3 simple ingredients for that salad. And dinner has been prepped. It has been cooked. It has been served. You've watched each and every ingredient that goes along into that salad. Okay? And it was just simply all fresh vegetables. Sweet onion, Italian cucumber, garden ripe tomatoes. And dinner is close. Thanks for joining your girl Cooking with Steph.